Revit, if you just want to make like a really basic stair, can be pretty simple. It gets complicated once you start wanting to make your stair fancy and have landing in certain ways or curve in certain ways, but let's just do like most basic stair you can do. So I'm going to come over here to architecture and then click on stair. There's different options. An assembled stair is like a metal stair that has like a tread and a riser, and it's sitting on a beam, or a stringer that kind of like goes from floor to floor. A monolithic stair is something that's more like a concrete stair. I'm trying to remember what you have in your school. I think you have mostly assembled stairs, but maybe you've seen a concrete stair. The stair at the entrance of your school is a monolithic stair. So like maybe the stairwell stairs when you're inside like the fire tower kind of going between levels, that's an assembled stair. But the stair at the entry that has like the ramp on one side and the stair on the other, that's a monolithic stair. It's just all poured at one time. So we're going to do an assembled stair, but you can also pick monolithic stair. And then when you do that, before you start, you want to make sure your base level is the level you're starting at. So we're starting at level 1 and your top level is level 2. Because you did that, it already will know how many risers you need to get to there. So all I need to do is click, and then I just keep following. I'm not holding anything down. I'm just kind of hovering over until it stops drawing the stair. So it looks like I have 2 remaining, 1 remaining, 0 remaining. So that's the number of risers I need. And I can then hit the check button. And that automatically made my stair. My problem right now, though, if you look, I need to have a landing at either end of the stair, which is a minimum of 4 feet. And here I only have 3.7, and here I have nothing before the end of my building. So this stair is going to have to make an L. For it to work. So knowing that, let's kind of work backwards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's see, how many stairs do I have? So I have 18 foot 4 inches worth of stairs. What if I leave like 10 feet here, leave a landing of like 4 feet in the corner, and then continue to come this way? So in order to do that, I need some guidelines to kind of help me out here, help me figure out where I want everything. So I'm going to go to annotate, detail line, and here I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to offset it for, I said 10 feet. We wanted to leave in front of the stair. Okay, so I'm going to move this whole thing over. We're going to delete it, but for now I'm just going to move it over so we can kind of look at it and see what needs to happen next. So if the bottom of the stair is here, and let's say it's tight to the wall, then I know, oh sorry, this is uploading and it decided to go backward. Here we go. All right, so I know I need to have 4 feet over here. So I'm going to do another detail line, draw it here, and I'm going to copy it over. So select it, type in CO, copy it over 4 feet. Okay, so I know that this is like the latest I can have a step. It looks like it's like in the middle of a step, so I'm actually going to move this over so that's right at the edge of a step. And that pushes the start of my stair so that it starts it's not quite 10 feet in front of it, but I am okay with that. What I then like to do is I like to draw a line that represents the middle of my stair. So if I do go back to annotate, detail line, I can draw a line from here to here. Then I'm going to draw a line. I know I need 4 feet here as well, so I'm going to offset this line. Oops. I'm going to draw a new line here, DL. Copy this up, 4 feet. Okay. And I'm going to make a new line right over here just so I can get what the midpoint is. So I know that that's the midpoint, and then I'll continue my stair as far as it needs to go. Okay, so let's delete this stair and let's try this all over again. So now I'm going to go to architecture, stair, And I'm going to click here at my start point. I'm going to continue till I hit here. Then I'm going to come, I need to make my next run. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to continue my run until it shows that I have 0 remaining. And then I click and I hit the check mark. Beautiful. So it looks like it didn't actually make my landing as deep as it needs to be per code. So to fix that, I should be able to edit stairs, and I can just move this landing over so it hits. And I can also make my stair wider if I'd like to, or I can move my stair over. Those are all options, but I just need to widen that landing out a little bit and hit the check mark. So if I go into 3D, you can see I already have my stair here with some railings. Built into it. So my one issue though is that right now I don't have a hole in the floor, right? So if somebody was coming up here, they would bump their heads. So let's make a hole in the floor that takes care of that. So I'm going to go to my level 2 plan by going to my project browser, clicking on level 2. And here it would be very helpful for me to see level 1 while I'm doing this so that I know where my hole should be. So on my properties, I'm going to come down here until I see, apologies for that, until I see underlay. So I'm going to make my underlay level 1. Oh, so it's already underlaid. I guess it's just not showing me the stairs. Okay, so the other way I can do it is I can come over here and put this on wireframe for a moment, just so I can kind of look through the floor. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here to shaft, and I'm going to create an outline of where I want it to be open. So I want it to be open from the opening here, and then all the way down through the landing. And you can modify this. So I probably would actually just rather cut off this whole little piece of stair rather than have like a little tiny sliver of floor. So I'm going to just kind of connect those, move this over and hit the check mark. And now if I go to 3D, you'll see that I have a hole that kind of goes through here. Probably want to also get rid of that little sliver of wall. That's just odd. So if I edit my sketch, I can get rid of that if I go to my align tool. I'm going to align it to the outside of here, and I hit tab till I get the one I want. The one I want turns blue. Click that, then click that, hit the check mark. Okay, so now my shaft is going over that whole piece. I'm still not 100% sure I'm clear here. I might need to make this hole bigger. So what I'm going to do to check that is make a section. So if I go to level 2, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to view and create a section. And I'm just going to click and then click here. Then I'm going to right click on it and hit go to view. So I know that I need to have 7 foot of head height before this so that nobody hits their head. So I'm going to go to annotate. I'm going to use my detail line again just as a guide, and I'm going to take all the nosings here and just make a diagonal line. And I'm going to take that line and I'm going to copy it, CO, click on it and come up. I'm going to copy it up 7 feet. And so that's going to tell me that my floor really needs to stop here so that I don't have anybody hitting their head on it. And so I'm going to draw a detail line here, and let's see how far out is that. So another 3 foot 1 inches I need to add to my shaft. So I'm going to come back to level 2, select that outline, edit sketch, and here I'm just going to draw in an extra 3 feet 1 inch. And that can come down and around. I can use my trim extend to corner tool to clean that up and to clean that up and then hit check. Now if I look in 3D, this is looking a lot more reasonable. The last thing I want to do is that I need a railing around here so that no one falls into the sugar shaft. You could also put a wall here, but let's say I want this open. So if I go to my level 2 plan, I'm going to put this back in hidden line so we can kind of see where the floor is. Here I'm going to go to architecture, railing, and I'm going to draw my railing right around the edge of that opening. I'm going to hit the check mark. And now if I look in 3D, I have that railing that's protecting anyone from getting too close to that edge. So that is all we're going to do for this. Is kind of a simple stair that just turns the corner, has a landing, and we create the hole for people to not hit their heads.